These bugs are atrocious down here. What's up, guys? Hi, guys. It's the Positive Fories.
Hey, everybody.
So, guys, it has been a while. We decided to come down to an event today at Foley Square, and it is right next to City Hall. So I wanted to show you guys, it's a really different scene than it was the last few times we have been down here, guys. They raided the Occupy City Hall about a week and a half ago. In the middle of the night, they threw everybody's stuff away, and now they cleaned everything up and it's completely blocked off. Unless you have a pass, you can't get in. So I kind of wanted to show you guys what that looks like. And then the event that we're going to is supposed to start any minute now, and it's gonna be right down the street, okay? Brandy, happy birthday, beautiful. I hope you have an amazing day. All right, guys, I'm gonna kind of switch over and kind of show you guys the scene. So this was Occupy City Hall, and you guys remember it was filled with everything here. They completely took everything away. It's completely empty. There's a strong, the sidewalks all done. I mean, this is literally where Occupy was, you guys. And now it's really heavy police presence over here. Obviously they couldn't fix that sign. So, but yeah, so this is where Occupy City Hall was, guys. And now you can't get in it at all. And what's up, Miguel? Now you can't get in it at all. So, and by the way, guys, it's like 90 freaking million degrees. So yeah, guys, it's a lot of really different scene than it was, right? This is Occupy City Hall, you guys. They raided them at about 2:30 in the morning and tore everything down and kicked everybody out and threw things away. They cleaned up everything over here, and now it's completely blocked off. So they have this completely blocked off. Cops over here. Yeah, and the humidity makes it feel like it's 150, so it's real fun. So now, guys, there's undercovers everywhere, and I'm not sure if that van, there's like these vans here that don't have markings. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what the girl got snatched up in. There's a ton of them over here. Okay, we're gonna act like we're gonna... Thanks, Miguel. I'm gonna act like we're gonna see if we can go in. Do you guys see everything is... Thank you, Miguel. It feels good to be back out here, guys. No one's allowed to go in? The what? Thank you. Thank you. So guys, they have this completely blocked off. Completely blocked off, guys. So we're gonna kind of cross the street and show you guys the scene over here. There's an event going down right over here at Foley Square, which is in Tribeca, you guys. I just wanted to kind of show you the scene over here. Yes, we are live in New York. We are in Manhattan, guys. I just wanted to show you Occupy City Hall because it is gone. It is gone. Miguel, this is not the Mile High City. That's Denver. So guys, there is an event that is about to go down, but I wanted to... What's up, Demencio? Congratulations. He's a brand new uncle, guys. Let's send Demencio lots of love. What's up, Samu? So guys, completely blocked off. You can't get in here unless you have a pass. You have to either live or work here. What's up, guys? All right, and then I'm gonna take you across over here.
Yeah,
Kind of see the police presence. They raided this guy's like about a week and a half ago. So now it's all blocked off. You can only get over there if you live there or work. So this is the scene, guys, right out of City Hall. So now we're gonna continue to walk, you guys, to the event. The event was supposed to start at like 6 o'clock. So they said about 6:15-ish. So I thought we'd go on a little early to show you guys kind of City Hall and what it is now. They did clean up everything and block everything. So you cannot get over there, guys. So we have a big event and there is going to be a march. So Josh, this was our Occupy City Hall back there where I was showing. And there was a lot of, there's those vans, guys. I'm going to just see if I can walk near it. Oh, okay, yeah. Still those vans. So it was where the homeless were also taking place. They were there to try to fix the homeless population, school education, and they were raided about, last week about 2:30 in the morning. And Mr. Randy should be meeting us up, Mr. Familiar, so he'll be able to actually tell us more about that. But this group of people is where we're heading over, guys. And hopefully we see Randy here soon. So very different, guys. The entire, everything is open now, so you could just cross. Like cars can just go here. So nothing is blocked off anymore. Very different scene than what it was just a couple weeks ago, guys. And like I said, Randy will be able to explain more about Occupy City Hall and when it was raided. Because he was there. Yes, police presence is pretty strong here today. And again, I don't own the copies to this music. I don't know, Demencio. I'm not really sure what they are, actually. That's a good question. So yeah, guys, I don't own this music. This is not mine. Okay, this is the event that we're going to. It should be starting any minute now. So guys, if you're just now joining us, we're in Manhattan. We are live at Foley Square. So this event was supposed to start at 6, but you guys know how it goes, just to make sure everybody's here. So they said about 6:15-ish. Yeah, agreed. Oh, we got the drummers. They are waiting. So this should be a cool event. Excited. Also, who doesn't? I mean, seriously, this is a great song. So yeah, this is against police violence, which I'm assuming is why there's so many police here. Everybody says hi.
Did you see the march that's coming in?
Oh, there's march coming in? Sweet. Gotta take time. Yes, thank you, Andy. Yeah, I did. I heard it. You guys, look who I found. How are you? We found Mr. Familiar, guys. AKA Randy.
I gotta email y'all something.
Okay.
I was a part of this district's council meeting.
You're a part of this council meeting? This district? Hi!
It happened already, so I got the full video of it.
Oh, awesome.
I'm gonna chop it up so that I can get just our section.
Yes, good. Mr. Familiar, guys, we found him. He's loved by so many people, guys. Julie, we missed you. Randy, I have people asking me about when they raided City Hall. You were there?
They waited till a lot of us. They knew when to come. So I was gone. Dan was gone. My team and my honcho. A bunch of people went down to the pier that night because shit was so peaceful. It was strategic, and they knew we were meeting with the district council about how we can go about staying in that space. So for all the complaints they had, as far as the elevators and all that, we were working with this district to make sure that whatever the complaints were, we fixed them.
Andy, thank you for asking. My brother is awesome. He is still in, I'm actually going to see my brother. I cannot wait to see him next week. There's that streamer, guys, I told you about. But he is in a cast still. Look at it. Woohoo! I guess this is when he is in a cast still, but for not as long. It was 6 weeks, so I think he maybe has 4 weeks left. This is the Trans Black Lives Matter group, guys.
I love y'all. How y'all feeling? Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Thank you, Joshua. Yeah, I'm sure they are.
Okay, y'all. Well, we're going to merge right over here to the left. Thank you, Saint.
All right, guys, so a whole big group just showed up. Always love the extra energy.
I didn't even realize that was Shadow. Shadow done dyed the hair. I'm sitting here like, yo, where's Shadow at?
Our family's back.
So before we start to go out, I would love for us to have a moment. How y'all feeling? All right now. I said, how y'all feeling? NYC, are y'all here? NYC, are y'all here? Y'all, I would love for us to have a moment of silence. Before Joel starts, I would love for us to have a moment of silence I would love for us to look around and look at everyone's faces. This is the faces of our community. These are the faces of our sisters, our brothers, and our siblings. There is no difference between us. We are all the same. We are all here, and we all deserve the right to live. We all deserve the right to live. Don't ever forget it. Because what we have done today, we have formed a community. We have fought and we have marched together because we know that we have to fight for the right side. We have to fight so that our people can live, so that black trans people can live past 35.
We are live
so that
in
black
Foley
trans
Square,
people
guys.
no longer have to walk in fear.
Please share,
Because
share.
black trans people have been here since the beginning of time. Y'all please show some love and give a warm, meaty, family love to Joelle, y'all. Give it up, give it up!
I started protesting in early June, and my first protest, I saw we were chanting Black Lives Matter, but we did not mean all Black Lives Matter. I witnessed homophobia and transphobia within these early protests. So I got up, and I was blessed to have a few other like-minded people with me that said, we are going to emphasize all Black Lives Matter. And every Thursday since June, we have been here emphasizing Black queer and Black trans lives matter.
Message. Message!
So we are not a pride parade when you see our flags. We are not the pride parade. We are the Black Lives Matter movement, because these flags symbolize the Black queer and Black trans people who are being murdered, not only because of their skin color, but because of their gender identity and their sexuality. And we are here to acknowledge their lives, the people that could not be here with us. I am so happy to be here with an organization that I highly respect, that I've done stuff with in the past. And I'm here specifically at the center of the New York City government and correctional facility, because this system has failed me. It has failed all Black people. It continues to fail Black queer people and Black trans people. When I say her name, you say Tasha Williams. Say her name.
Tasha Williams!
Say her name.
Tasha Williams.
Say her name.
Tasha Williams!
Tasha Williams was a Black trans woman. She was my sister. She was my savior. She was a guardian angel walking among us. She saved children who were homeless, who were Black and queer. She saved them from sex work, from exploitation, and from murder. I was one of those children that she saved when I was 15. She was brutalized and attacked every single day of her life, not just only from her family, from the police, but from the trauma that she had, that she carried with her. So she left New York City in hopes of starting a new life where she could heal and then come back to New York City to fix it. But she was murdered by the police her first week in Georgia. They shot her in the back. They said she was resisting arrest. They said they were scared. But how could you shoot her in the back if you were scared? That means she wasn't facing you. And they left her there to die on the street. She was a sister. She was a woman. she was a daughter, she was a friend, but all they saw her as was black and trans, and that was enough to kill her. It has only since been coming, ever since I've been coming to these protests, that's the only time I ever spoke about her. Because it is selfish of me not to speak about her. Because she deserves her story to be heard. You all deserve to know her story. As you continue to march and protest 5, 10, 30 years from now, you will know her name and you will know her story in everything that you do. I am here to tell you that I have a lot of odds against me. I appear weak and vulnerable, feminine, I'm black and queer, but I am stronger than the police. I am stronger than this country. I am stronger than systemic racism because I am doing something they could never do. Because I choose to act in love and forgiveness, because every decision and action I do henceforward is through love and through what my fellow neighbor, what will help them. That is how I move, and that's what makes me stronger. They move in trying to scare us and violence. You will get nowhere with hatred. But that's why they're so scared of us, because look how powerful we are.
That's
because
right.
We are together as a community. We are together in love, and they are terrified. We are here every Thursday at Stonewall at 4 because, and I emphasize that because you need to be there and you need to hear us speak. Because just being black doesn't mean you understand who I am.
Message!
That doesn't mean you understand who she is. We can all learn something. So be there, listen to us, accept us, and respect us. Thank you.
Y'all get your ass some love! Get your ass some love. My name is Queen Jean, and I believe in black trans liberation.
What's up, Daniel? What's
I
up, Chrissy?
said, my name
love
is
you
Queen
guys.
Jean, and I believe in black trans liberation.
You guys are all awesome.
We gotta center this power right here. I'm like, nah, move over. You gotta be in the center.
How you doing? I am here today because I will always fight for black people. I will always fight for black men, even though they will try to use my body, even when they will try to even kill me. Because I love black people. I love black men. I have 5 black brothers, and I asked them, would you fight for me if I were on the street? Would you stand up for another trans sister if she was being harassed? I stand before you because I don't know that. I don't know the answer. But what I do know that we all were raised in a house that believed in God. We were all raised in the same house that believed that we had to fight and preserve and protect each other. But they don't protect me. So I stand here and I ask you as a community, we must protect trans people!
She gave me goosebumps, guys.
We must! It is our duty. We can no longer accept hate. We can no longer accept fear. Fuck your fear. I said, fuck your fear. What are they afraid of? What are they afraid of? They don't have to be harassed. Yes, as black people, we are continually marginalized. We are continually oppressed. We are continually made to be silent. But black trans people, we sit right underneath that. And we sit and we have to swallow and we have to smile. But meanwhile, we have given y'all life. We have given y'all culture. Black trans people have given you shade. We have given you commas. We have given you yes mama, yes girl. We have given you baby hairs and edges. We have given you everything that you've had here. We've given you contour. We've given you body. Right? Because not everybody has body. So we've given you that because we did not have it. So we cultivated a way to preserve our true identities. And for that, we are made fun of. And for that, we are pushed out. And so I ask you today to open up your hearts, to embrace Black trans people. Do not let them be a motherfucking hashtag. Show them love while they are alive. It is your duty to protect Black people.
Yes, she is very powerful. I love it.
It is your duty to protect Black women.
Woo!
Black women have been the backbone of American culture. Black women have breastfed white and Black babies. And all the while they are pushed out. All the while they are told to wait their turn. To wait for what? To wait while bitterness grows in our hearts? Well, we are here today to say fuck bitterness. We are here today for joy, for Black joy and Black excellence.
Woo! The presence is awesome today, guys.
And Black excellence includes trans liberation. I am here today because I am tired. I am exhausted of seeing Black trans women killed. And they're not killed by the cops all the time. They're killed by our own Black men. Yes, I said it. They are killed by Black men who don't understand, who do not understand how to love. And so I'm here today to challenge my brothers. We are here to love. We are here to lead with love. We are here to lead with compassion. Because just like we are here standing here today, I will fight for Breonna Taylor. I will fight for George Floyd. But I need you to fight for Tiffany Harris. I need you to fight for Brian Power. I need y'all to fight for Brayla Stone. I need y'all to fight for Queisha Hardy. Because they are our sisters and our brothers.
She's so cute.
So y'all, we have a duty. Because Black life is valuable. And it seems to me that Black life is almost becoming endangered. So what will you do to stop it? Thank you.
Look at this little cutie, you guys.
All right, y'all, please give some love. We have our final speaker. We have Sister Hennessy Garcia. Show her some love.
Make some noise, everybody!
Hi everyone, so I'm Hennessy, and besides being queer and a female, I would like to identify as a scientist because I do study environmental science with a concentration in renewable energy and atmospheric sciences. And for everyone here today, I honestly have parents who don't support what I do because they're very conservative. And I'm honestly tired of the conservatives, and I'm glad I study science. So today I'm just going to tell you why the science backs up trans and queer people. So, there may not be a gay gene, but we have epigenetics on our side. According to the American Society of Human Genetics, they recently did a study on twins, right? And it said how environmental factors can influence our DNA in regards to being gay, and that's how we kind of express. But when it comes to transgendered individuals, they have genes that are the SRRY, the DMRT1, and the FOXL2. But I don't want to get too sciencey, so I want to talk about our brains. So there is no such thing as a female and a male brain. So my favorite thing is when these fake ass scientists come out here and bring up their bullshit science when, I'm sorry honey, I have the data right here. So when it comes to being trans it mostly has to do with hormones. So when they did a study on cisgender brains and cisgender brains versus trans brains, for a cisgender woman and a trans woman, they were actually really similar. This is why we say there is no such thing as a male and a female brain. When it comes to conservatives, unfortunately, I have to constantly deal with them, and that includes Trump supporters, because I know way too many, unfortunately. And the worst thing is telling people how to give a damn about other people. And I keep saying that, and I will keep saying that over and over again, because I'm so tired of having all this empathy while there are other people who just don't give a fuck. And while these black Christians talk about, oh, well, you don't fight for all black lives, because they talk about this 400,000 aborted babies. Well, honey, I don't see you outside the hospital fighting for the black women who keep dying while giving birth. You keep fighting for abstinence, but the abstinence isn't for everybody, especially if you're raped. We need sex education and better sex education in our school system, but you're the one who keeps talking about your damn religion. And the other annoying argument with conservatives is this whole idea of the nuclear family. They're like, well, Black Lives Matter destroys the nuclear family. Well, your nuclear family has to do with heterosexual couples. Some of us out here don't really identify as that. And they're like, well, when it comes to these conservatives, they say how we're going against black men, but you're not even supporting your black gay men, your black trans men, so how about them apples? They say we're unnatural, we're immoral, we're sinful, but if your religion tells you how to degrade other people, then that's not a religion I want to be a part of. And this isn't to crap on other religion. I don't mind if you believe in a religion. I do mind when you use your religion to hurt and attack other people. And I hope, as a queer woman going into the sciences, that I can break these barriers for our people and let these people know, well, stop using your bullshit science, because we have the science already that backs us up anyways. So today, for those of you who, well, we just got here, so we're fighting. I just want to talk about the people we were fighting for today. So we are here for Quisha Hardy. And she was a 24-year-old transgender woman, and her body was discovered in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on Monday. And she sustained fatal gunshot wounds. And the problem I have with her story is the media in Louisiana dead name her. And that's the worst thing you can do to a trans person. You have one job, and that is to basically identify this trans human as a freaking human being. You degraded them by saying their dead name. And she was 22 years old. When it came to Tiffany Harris, I actually was really sad about this one, because I'm from the Bronx and she died in Jerome, and I actually live by there, so her story really, honestly, is close to home. And she was another one who had got shot. But she was just like all of us. She's a normal human being. Her favorite show was Desperate Housewives and Sex and the City. When it came to Brian Powers, he died in Akron, Ohio, and he was a black trans man. And he was found dead on the sidewalk, and he was also dead name in the media. And the last thing I want to say is, if your fight does not include trans or queer people, then you don't fight for all of us. You fight for your damn self. You better fight for all of us when we're out here. When we say their names, it's not just Breonna Taylor, it's not just George Floyd, it's Tony McVeigh, it's Tiffany Harris, it's Brian Powers, and it's Quisha Hardy. Thank you.
You guys, that fan. I wonder if that's a microphone.
Hey, everybody! That young sister reached out to me a couple of weeks ago, and I probably dropped her equipment like this and megaphones 2 or 3 times because she's doing the work. And I'm so proud to see her on the front lines with folks making sure that her voice is heard. Let's make some noise for all the young sisters that keep showing up and anchoring the work that has to be done when there's no cameras and there's no crowds. My name is Carlene Pinto. I'm an organizer. My fight the last decade has been with families of police brutality, defending them in the streets, with the immigrant community statewide and nationally, and the Muslim community locally. And we picked this spot today to host something at 6 o'clock because the feds and the police are working together, because they want to see all the beautiful people of color you see up here silent. They want to see all these beautiful young people dead in their communities on the streets. That's what the budget told us in this city. That's what the mayor is telling us in this city. And that's what the police commissioner is saying when he's kidnapping 18-year-old trans leaders off the streets. So make some noise, because you showed up today. Now we know these efforts are coalition efforts. And when we saw our trans brothers and sisters, non-conforming brothers and sisters, community folk marching over, we're saying this is all of our podium, this is all of our stage, close out in power, because we're all together. Any one of us can be next, and we want to see this same type of unity and solidarity all through the rest of the summer in all the streets around the city, so make some noise. Y'all are gonna hear from some incredible young people doing the goddamn thing. I say young, right? I feel, oh, I'm 30, but whatevs, right? We know we gotta make some space for 12-year-olds, for 14-year-olds, for 19-year-olds. We gotta make some space. I wanted to make sure I gave an incredible introduction to some young sisters doing the work and making sure they're making space for other young sisters. Because we know that the media cherry picks every single narrative for what supports the violence of the PD and the violence of white supremacy. And these sisters are spreading resources, capital, and they're showing the fuck up. So I want to make sure y'all get loud and proud for Chelsea Miller, Naya, from Freedom March NYC. They're going to kick us off. Make some noise.
Yes, guys, lots of organization today. I love it.
Community, how are we feeling today? So I don't know about y'all, but I was so excited when I saw Andy and I saw Black Trans Liberation March pull up, because this is what we mean when we talk about community. Absolutely. This is what we mean when we talk about the importance of this work on the front lines. This is what we mean when we talk about we must protect and stand with each other. This
Today
work
we are
is
in
not
Manhattan.
easy. There
We
are
are at
organizers
Foley
experiencing
Square.
homelessness. There are organizers who are fearful for their lives. There
Right
are
down the street from
organizers
City Hall,
who
guys.
for months have been strategizing on the front lines about what next steps look like. And what has our leadership shown us? What has been their response? Their response has been to silence and intimidate this movement. But are we intimidated?
What's up?
No. Are we intimidated? No. Are we intimidated?
Yes,
No.
and Daniel, I'll take you by it
Absolutely not.
later. I went by
Because
it earlier.
this is a movement. This is not a
completely
moment.
blocked.
And we are making sure that our voices are elevated and centered in this work. We were out on May 30th when the media was talking about the looting and the rioting. And we made sure that we centered the message. 2 months later, and we are centering this message. This is about unity. This is about community. This is about pulling up.
What's up, Jude? I
This
hope
is
you're
about
feeling much
ensuring
better.
that we are protecting the rights of protesters. Because the last time we checked, it is not illegal to protest. In fact, we live in a democracy where civil rights is something that we talk about historically. But where are our civil rights now?
Woo!
And so this is a coalition of organizers who have come today to make sure
What's up,
that we
Brennan?
hold our police commissioner accountable. And we ensure that our mayor, who is saying that he condemns the actions of these past few days, knows that it's not enough just to condemn, but to put your actions where your mouth is.
Yeah, they completely cleared it out, threw things away, and now it's all blocked off. You can't make it over there.
And so we will be mobilizing today over these next few hours for a non-violent demonstration. And we will be talking about what that looks like as different organizers come up to speak. But know that we got us. We will make sure that we continue to sustainably do this work. Freedom March NYC is not going anywhere. Let's be very clear about that. And we may be young, and we may be black women, but we are a force. Make no mistake about that, because black women have historically carried these movements. The difference is that we're no longer being sent to the back room. We are pulling up to the front because we don't need permission for our voices to be at the front line. Woo! And that goes for black cis women and black trans women. Let's make no mistake about that as well. So with that being said, I'm turning over to Nia White, our youngest lead organizer on the front line. She's 17 years old, to talk about her story and what we mean when we say pull up.
How's everyone feeling tonight? I'm a very energetic force, so when I say how are y'all feeling tonight, I need to actually hear how y'all are feeling. So how are y'all feeling tonight? I was raised in Brooklyn, New York, East New York to be specific. You know the vibe. So, my first encounter with the police was in my own school building. I was taught how to be a criminal before I was taught how to be a student. In my whole education, I had more police officers patrolling me than I had teachers teaching me. I had more police officers inside my school building than I had teachers, and more police officers than I had textbooks. So, when one person out here who is protesting like us inside of a sanctuary city is targeted, then all of us are targeted. So, when we're making this message clear, to the politicians, when we're making this message clear to the NYPD, I want everyone to understand that this is our city, that we are taking back our streets, because our ancestors built it on their own blood, sweat, and sweat, and tears. Woo! So, when I say whose streets, y'all say our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. I want Shay and NYPD to hear us. So whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Y'all not saying with conviction, so whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. That's what the hell I thought. Woo!
Yes.
So I know that there's some confusion. This time I want to speak to our allies. And not even the allies that are here right now, but the allies who've been posting black squares and think that they're doing enough for this movement. So here's my message. If you are wondering what you would have done during the civil rights movement, this is your answer. If you are wondering what we mean when we say that do not wait until your rights are infringed upon, do not wait until they take your family for you to care about when they abduct us on these streets, this is what we talk about. We must understand that every single thing that happens in this movement leading up to the elections will go down in history. We must understand that everything that happens now will set precedent for the future generation to come. And so when Freedom March NYC says that we are a youth-led civil rights organization for our generation, we mean it. We mean it in our work. We mean it in the way we pull up and show up for the community. We mean it in the way that we mobilize digitally. In the span of 4 to 5 weeks, raising over $60,000 to support this work sustainably. And let's be clear, this is for the community. So don't
She's
ever
so cute.
let the media tell you that we are not resourceful enough, that we are not educated enough, that we are not capable enough of creating change and reimagining what this system looks like. Because if you look behind me, we're showing you how it's done. So for the leaders who aren't leading, you can step aside, because we are the leaders of tomorrow.
You guys, that fan has to have a mic. I love it.
And so I'd like to introduce Tyler Holmes from Strategy for Black Lives to give some remarks, as well as to share a poem and a spoken word on what we're talking about with freedom and liberation.
We're gonna have actually one more speaker, just briefly.
No, I ain't speaking. I ain't speaking. I'ma ask for you. Hold on, no, I am. Honey, my loud ass know how to speak. But will one of y'all do me the solid, please? Any of y'all? Can y'all capture this? Literally count me down from 60. If I can't do it at 60, I might go a little over.
All right, guys.
I'm the executive director of STAR. My name is Mariah Lopez. If you're not familiar, pull up that Marsha sign for me. Thank you. Marsha and Sylvia founded STAR in 1969. 51 years after Stonewall, we're still here fucking it up, grabbing mics, threatening to grab mics. Right now, though, a body sits in St. Barnabas of a trans woman, a TGNC person, brown and queer. The labels don't matter.
I'm literally double videoing.
Like Marsha's
Gangsta.
life and death went unaccounted for. Hundreds of black and brown trans people around the country experience the same fate. I am traveling to New Orleans soon to address the other trans woman who was killed there, days after the woman who was killed in the Bronx. Tomorrow, I'm moving on, I was over 60. This gentleman's organization, the organization that put this on,
Yeah.
we're asking you to occupy the pier. Now, sure, Foley Square is here and it's for the people and it is legendary. But Marsha and Sylvia and hundreds of trans people have been pushed from the West Village, from that sacred space where Marsha's body was pulled from. And so I ask you, keep this vibe up, 6 to 8 tomorrow and potentially through the fucking weekend. Join us on Pier 45. The flyer is on social media. Find me on Facebook, Mariah Lopez Ebony. Speakers are welcome. We can have speakers into the night. Don't give a fuck that it says 6 to 8. Bring this energy. I love y'all. I'm out.
Black trans, black trans, black trans. I'm gonna raise this real quick. My name is Tyler Holmes. I'm a member of Strategy for Black Lives, which is a youth-led group of young people of color fighting for black lives each and every day on the streets through policy reform. And I thank each and every one of y'all for coming out here. Because without y'all, this movement can't keep going. Showing up each and every day. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know I was gonna speak. Somebody invited me really quickly, but I want to share a poem that I wrote. And I've said this before, but it was about a month ago, so bear with me if I do mess up.
Of course, you guys.
The title of the poem is called Look Through My Eyes. When you look into my eyes, what do you see? Look a little deeper. what do you really see? They say the eyes are the windows to the soul. If that's the case, then why the hell you can't look me in my eyes? Is my soul not pure enough? My eyes do bleed red, just not white nor blue. You tell me my people are free, but that's a lie I've learned to live with. Why, you might ask? The last time I checked, people who have darker melanin have more hands on steel cage bars than they've ever had before. The last time I checked, strangers who share a darker complexion are still overwhelmingly being segregated when it comes to overpopulated prisons, outdated textbooks, over-policed ghettos. The last time I checked, those who carry the weight of a blacker pigmentation are seen as unsolvable math problems well before we are seen as hardworking people. Gun-holding thugs well before we are seen as law-abiding citizens. I remember the first time I was called a nigger. And I've never felt so much rage in my life. And words don't usually get to me. But maybe transgenerational trauma is real. And I mention all of this to ask again, when you look into our eyes, what do you see? Let me tell you what we see. Through our eyes, we see pain. After waterfalls can't stop flowing from others' eyes, after holding on to lifeless hands of children murdered by a system that never gave a damn about them in the first place. Through our eyes, we see anger. Anger after seeing new neighbors welcome with open arms Whole Foods and coffee shops when all we received are eviction notices. Displaced from communities our families have invested in for generations. Through our eyes, we see depression. Through our eyes, we see anger. Anger after seeing new neighbors welcome with open arms Whole Foods and coffee shops when all we received are eviction notices. We've been displaced from communities our families have invested in for generations. Through our eyes, we see struggle. The ongoing struggle of being demonized for being to us, while others who do not share our identity are praised by society for the same actions. Through our eyes, we see strength. Strength in those who have been stripped of the bare essentials for months on end and still figure out how to make ends meet. Through our eyes, we see power. Power in our subtle nods, raised fists, black thoughts, because the dark past we have in common. We have no guilt for the crumbs we have fought for, nor the fistfuls we plan to take, as we are simply reclaiming the American pie our ancestors were forced to make. If at any time you thought it was okay to borrow our culture, I invite you to do it now. But instead of rhythmic and lyrical sounds, or interwoven locks, or viral dances, appropriate our pain. The pain of not being responsible for the devastation of your past due to your skin color, but still being responsible for the development of your future while others continue to reap what your ancestors have sown. Appropriate our anger. The anger of millions whose loved ones are still locked up in prison due to a war they never asked for, while our white counterparts dominate the cannabis industry, creating generational wealth in the process. Appropriate our depression, because communities such as Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, communities where your grandparents own their own restaurants and movie theaters and hospitals and homes, which would have lifted you out of your body today if it had not been for people envious of your skin, burning it all to the ground with no expectation to build it back up. And when you continue to appropriate our pain, our anger, our depression, our trauma for generations, maybe, just maybe you'll be able to understand what is happening today in America is far from liberty, far from justice, far from equality. So until then,
Wow.
I challenge you to reflect on what it truly means to see through black eyes well after February has passed. Because whether you want to admit it or not, black history is your history too. Thank you. I apologize for messing it up. Like I said, I haven't said it in a while. I mean, if you want to see the full video, it's on YouTube. Through Our Eyes by Tyler Holmes. But I stand here today as a black man in America. And I know myself, many of my family members, my friends, those thoughts run through our heads all the time. In this so-called country that says all men are equal.
What's up, Andrew?
In a so-called city that considers itself one of the most liberal cities in the world. And yet we see the 7th largest army in the world constantly terrorizing, brutalizing, kidnapping people that say Black Lives Matter. 3 simple words, and half this country goes erupt.
We are live in
3 simple
Manhattan,
words
New York, guys.
That many people
Foley
can't seem
Square
to understand.
in Tribeca.
And it just goes to show how much farther this country has to go.
In front of the courthouse.
You know, we talk about how we're past this racist era, and that happened only 60, 70 years ago. But I'm sure many of you in the crowd today,
I'm back out.
and I'm talking to my white counterparts, still have racist family members. That you have friends that are still racists. That you choose silently not to speak up. For me, for my brothers, for my sisters, for these people organizing, risking their lives each and every day just for a better country. Not just for us, for you. We want this to be a country where all people are created equal. That's it.
We are live in front of the courthouse, guys, in Manhattan.
And when we say,
what's up, Amanda?
Defund the police, I hope y'all take that to heart. I hope y'all are out here fighting with the cause. We know all police members aren't bad. And if you think that, why the hell are you here? We're talking about an institution, systemic racism that runs through the veins of this country that has yet to be abolished. And we are going to continue fighting each and every day until that shit gets done.
Woo!
And I want to thank many of my sisters here today for coming. I didn't even know they were leading the march this way. But I want to speak to each and every person here, including black men, that black trans lives matter. And if you don't say black trans lives matter, you don't give a fuck about black lives, period. If people aren't constantly speaking up and speaking out against racist people, against homophobic people, against transphobic people, we are not going to get to a better country. We are not going to get to a better world, a much safer place for you,
Please
for your
share,
children, and for their
guys.
children.
Let's help keep the word alive.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. We must love and protect one another because we have nothing to lose but our change. Thank you. Tyler Holmes, Strategy for Black Lives.
Make some noise for Tyler, everybody.
Okay, so we gave y'all some speeches, but it's time for us to get the energy up because this is a rally. This is energy. So let's start with it. Not on our watch, not on our streets, no justice, no peace. Not on our watch, not on our streets, no justice, no peace. Not on our watch, not on our streets, no justice, no peace. Not on our watch, not in our streets, no justice, no peace. Not on our watch, not in our streets, no justice, no peace. Not on our watch, not in our streets, no justice, no peace. Not on our watch, not in our streets, no justice, no peace. Not on our watch, not in our streets, no justice, no peace. Not on our watch, not in our streets, no justice, no peace. Not on our watch, not in our streets, no justice, no peace. Not on our watch, not in our streets.
Nice and loud, everybody.
Energy! Where is the energy?
Not on our streets, no justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace.
Young man, let's go.
Say with conviction. Say with your chest. Act like y'all from New York. Not in our streets, no justice. No peace. Not in our watch. Not in our streets, no justice. No peace. Not in our watch. Not in our streets, no justice. No peace. Not in our watch. Not in our streets, no justice. No peace. Put your fists up. Not in our streets, no justice. No peace. Not in our watch. Not in our streets, no justice. No peace. Not in our watch. Not in our streets, no justice. No peace. Not in our watch. Not in our streets, no justice. No peace. Not in our watch. Not in our streets, no justice. No peace. Not in our watch. Not in our streets, no justice. No peace. The NYP don't hear y'all, so say it louder, please and thank you. No peace. Not in our watch. Not in our streets, no justice. No peace. Make sure Shay hear us. Not in our watch. Not in our streets, no justice. No peace. Not in our watch. Not in our streets, no justice. No peace. Not in our watch. Not in our streets, no justice. No peace. Let's go. Not in our watch. Not in our streets, no justice. No peace. Not in our watch. Not in our streets, no justice. No peace. One last time. Not in our watch. Not in our streets, no justice. No peace. New York City, let's make some noise! I love y'all. As we go through this evening's nonviolent action, remember what we mean when we say, not in our watch, not on our streets. Because this is about making sure that they know that whose streets? Our streets!
Make some noise, everybody. There's a couple more speakers, and then there's going to be directions. So when we're talking about the message, it's important if you showed up, you're down with the message. The message is that we all deserve better, and our commissioner needs to resign. So when you see where we're going, you'll get what time it is, but we need to make sure you keep this energy for all the rest of the speakers, so make some noise. So now introducing Regine from Black Women's March this day.
More energy, please, and thank you!
We need a little taller for the queen.
Sir, stand straight up. Sir, okay.
Let's go, Queen. Give it up one more time.
Let's make some noise.
Black women, black women, black trans women, and don't you fucking forget it. In order for me to speak for our trans sisters, the question shouldn't be, am I trans? You should be already receptive of the message, period. It doesn't have to be your cousin. It doesn't have to be a family member. Thank you. Sorry, I think I'm loud. It doesn't have to be a friend or family member for you to stand up for someone. It doesn't have to hit home. Mic check? Okay, sorry, I'm a little loud. I'm trying to get used to the mic.
It might be yes, then
There we go.
All right, so boom.
Give it up one more time for her, y'all.
We shouldn't be going to these schools with more police than teachers. Imagine a world in which we reallocated the funds. Not that thing that they did with the budget, with the smoke and mirrors, trying to put the money here and then we're gonna transfer it here. No, it's complete BS. We shouldn't have to look through the budget the same way we were looking through Snopes to see if we had to give the money back from our stimulus checks. It should be point blank, period. When they fill it with fluff and they cover it with all this jargon, I'm not a lawyer. How many lawyers are here today? Exactly. Maybe few. Shout out. My point being, if we're going to convey a message to the people, all of the people should be able to receive it. If we have money to put more police into the schools, we have more money to give to the teachers, no? Paying money out of pocket for supplies? That's ridiculous and disgusting. Imagine a world in which we reallocated legitimately from the police, and 40 projects in Southside Queens could look like Stuyvesant Town. Where families are not just sharing one air conditioner. God forbid construction happens and they can't even use it. It's hot as hell outside and my back is sweating.
Sure is hot.
Period.
To give a message on behalf of the Black Women's March, I feel the need to convey this each and every time that I speak to I feel this each and every time that I have to speak publicly, that we are here to represent ourselves and not against anyone else. To the black men here, we love you. No, I'm loud as hell.
Y'all can hear? Y'all better make some noise.
Y'all gonna hear me today. Y'all gonna hear me today. Like I said, we are not here to be divisive. I'm pro-blickety black. I don't care if you are trans, cisgender, LGBTQIA. Yes, I'll say all the letters because they deserve it. Including non-binary.
that we are coming from a place of love.
We are in New York, Manhattan, New York, guys.
Of the Black Women's March, these black men did their thing. They removed these rude photographers that are not here today. They protected black women. I don't care what the media says. I don't care what statistics you are looking at. Black men care about black women. I'm not going to stand here like I did come from a 2-parent household. That is a form of privilege. However, my father was sick since I was 2 years old. He came to every step practice, basketball tournament, dance recital, African jazz, tap, ballet, and didn't miss a dialysis appointment or a recital. Stop playing with me. I say this to say, there's nothing new under the sun. And he is not the only one that's a good black man.
We are in Manhattan, New York. We're actually in Tribeca. We're at Foley Square.
We asked for the budget. We asked about the $6 billion. They shifted around. If you go to South Side on Jamaica Ave, they got the table with the 3 cards. You're gonna move it around, try to make sure you get the wrong card. We should not have to deal with our politics the same way. To Police Commissioner Shea, you about to lose your job. 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 You about to lose your job.
You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job.
So when we say money for schools, not police, money for housing, not police, money for health care, not police, money for therapy, not police, because this is trauma, this is traumatic. On a daily basis, we are here on the front lines. We are here to make sure this change happens this year. We are here to make it happen. From 1619 to 2020, that's 401 years. I don't want to wait another year. Imagine a world where the police protected black people like they do the damn statue. We can't even meet at City Hall anymore. It's barricaded up. The people pay for City Hall. I want access to it. I paid for that. I want access to it.
I want fucking access.
There's no reason as to why we have to sit here and demand that money to be reallocated. Sorry, words.
Take your time.
What's up, Caitlin?
We're here to make sure Shay, I don't know you personally, and I don't give a damn. You about to lose your job. You're not getting that extra $600 from unemployment. Because they are wasting our money on useless police. They're over there at that corner right now wasting our money. Got riot gear.
We're talking about City Hall, guys.
I don't see a riot. I don't see a riot. I don't see a riot. See, to make it short and to give you an idea as to what is really going on here, the 1033 program militarizes the police. It's kind of like a hand-me-down system from the military to the police when it comes to equipment. Why is that? They're trying to militarize and scare us. Abducting activists. Abducting. That was an abduction.
That was damn near kidnapping. I'm not gonna stand here and be scared. I'm a daughter of a warrior. Hey. When I say that, I mean, when it comes to genetics and the family and things that go on with your family, half the diseases that happen in the black community are not because of the way that we are genetically set up. Nothing runs in our family, it runs in our communities. It runs in our communities. Kidney failure, high blood pressure does not run in our families, it runs in our communities. We shouldn't have to seek gentrification for us to have legit food in our grocery stores. Overpriced. Does EBC take organic food? I'm asking for a friend. So I'm gonna leave you with this. The Black Women's March is strictly inclusive. Inclusive. We have Queen on our team. Hey. Period. So understand, we are fighting the same fight. No matter what your stance is. You don't have to have a black sister or a black sister that is trans, even though it's the same black sister. Message. To understand this fight, when I say her name, you're gonna say Shaisha Washington. Say her name. Shaisha Washington.
After this, we're going on a march.
Washington.
What's up, Jamon?
July 3rd.
We're going on a march, so I don't know where it's gonna end up.
After childbirth, 50% of doctors in the U.S. believe that black people that look like me, lighter or darker, do not receive the same amount of pain when inflicted of the same level. It's 2020. She died of an overdose of the epidural, which she refused, but they gave it to her anyway. When we say Black Lives Matter, we're not only speaking on police brutality. We're talking about the medical injustices that we face that make us scared to go to the doctor. To my allies, we appreciate you coming. However, there is still work that needs to be done. There are things that still need to be researched. We can start with the Tuskegee experiments.
Yeah.
If you can, go to a black-owned bookstore and purchase Medical Apartheid. Because when we're standing here for black women, our fights may be slightly adjacent, but it's still collectively the same fight. This fight for equality and equity is the same fight. I appreciate everyone for coming out. We got some work to do. We got some streets to fuck up.
Again, guys, we never know where we're marching. We just kind of go with it.
In my body, you will understand that the Black Women's March is not anti-black man. It is not anti-black man. My name is Regine Shabazz, and all power to the people.
So guys, we are live in Manhattan. We are at Foley Square. Thank you, Caitlin. We will. We are in Tribeca, and we are.
Next up, we have Donna
after the speeches. We're going to be going on
from Black Lives Matter, Greater New York.
A march.
make some noise, because he's going to bring out some incredible words.
Yeah. What's good, y'all? My name is Donnelly Rodriguez. I'm from Queens. I'm a member of Black Lives Matter Greater New York. Copy. And I'm a member of the Democratic Socialists of America in Queens. Let's give a shout out to the black trans in the building. I'm gonna need a lot of shout out for the black trans in the building. Black trans, black women, black men, black lives, black people. All power to the people. So, I want y'all to look around y'all right now. United States Courthouse, the alleged court of justice.
This one right here, guys.
But we need to be clear that these are not the courts of justice. These are the courts of injustice. These are courts of oppression. These are the courts that uphold systemic racism in our country, in our nation, in our people. So when we seek justice, we don't seek them in the courts of injustice. We seek them in the streets, because justice is with the people. Justice is with the streets. Justice is with us. Whose city? Our streets. Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose courts?
Our courts.
The people's courts.
Woo! So guys, again, the courthouse is right here.
I want to send a clear message, because I see a lot of white comrades here. American policing was founded on slavery. Let me say it again in case y'all ain't hear me. American policing was founded on slavery. The purpose was to capture black bodies for free labor. We built this country. We were enslaved to build this country. We deserve every single inch of this nation. Some people like to say that they're not doing their jobs. But they are doing their jobs, because we need to ask, what are they protecting and what are they serving? They ain't protecting the people. They ain't serving black people. They are protecting property, and they are serving the white capitalist class. So when we talk about race in America, we cannot talk. When we talk about race in America, we cannot not talk about class in America.
Woohoo, Christine, yes. The word is getting out there, guys.
Race struggle is class struggle. The oppression of black people is from capitalism. The oppression of poor people is from capitalism. And we have poor black people and we have poor white people. The brother Fred Hampton from the Black Panther Party was moving towards our intersectional race and class revolution in this country, bringing black people and white poor people together.
Woo!
Because he knew that poor people, black and white, if they came together, that we would take this nation onto a new path, onto a new world, onto a new generation of prosperity and power for all people. So this is why we need to recognize the issue that is policing in our country. What are the police protecting again, y'all?
Property.
Over who?
People.
Protecting what?
Property.
Over who?
People.
We gonna let that rock?
No.
We gonna let that rock?
No.
So,
You good, Sid?
y'all need to take that in. Y'all need to take that in because these politicians are trying to divide us right now.
Talk about it.
They trying to divide us. They like to say that, oh, they marching white people to politicians' houses, right? But it's through black leadership. Look behind me. Look behind me. The freedom marches. Black Lives Matter. The black trans women who led the march here is black leadership. So whenever they come and try to tell you and use race as a shield and use race as a weapon against white folks who are our comrades, we need to stand up and fight back and let them know that I'll take any white comrade over any politician who's serving the capitalist class that is selling out our hood, that is gentrifying our hood, and is bankrolled by the real estate developers in this city and in this country. So if they're protecting property, they're protecting the bag of the real estate developers. Look at the connection, y'all. Look at the connection. Is it a coincidence that all you see is shiny buildings propping up around all these neighborhoods, all around the projects, all around NYCHA, and the only shiny thing we see in our hood is a damn police emblem? It's over for that. Because we are bringing it to the streets. And distractions are coming, y'all. Sports is coming back. Major League Baseball, NBA, and all this stuff. And appreciate the sports. But a lot of people don't know this, but when ancient Rome was collapsing, they used the gladiators as a source of distraction to the people.
I did not know.
So it's all good and dandy now that we're realizing that if we're not slaves to the capitalist class, we're not working slaves, because that's the new slave, the laborer, the worker. That's the new slave, the person working the 40-hour work week. That's the new slave that we have to end, because now we have time to hit the streets because COVID-19. And this is the silver lining. So when the sports come back, when they send you back to your office, remember what needs to be done. We need to march until our feet fall off. March until oppression is done. We need to march until capitalism is done. We need to march until the NYPD is defunded. We need to march until we abolish the police and redefine public safety. Because we can get rid of Commissioner Shea, which we absolutely need to do. But you can cut the head off and another one will grow back. That's why we need to defund the NYPD. That's why we need to abolish the NYPD. And let's be clear, because the critics will say, oh, without police, crime will go up. But that is a lie. Because it ignores the fundamental reason why crime exists in our society. Because they put in $6 billion into putting us into prisons and jails.
You got it,
because
Daniel.
they're spending $10 billion on building new jails throughout our city. When people are living in deplorably inhumane conditions throughout public housing in New York City, where mostly black and brown people live. Where education isn't guaranteed, where if you're sick you might die, especially if you're black, because healthcare ain't guaranteed. Because we have no guaranteed income, regardless of whether we're black, white, period.
That's right.
Period. I challenge y'all to think harder. I challenge y'all to think harder. Because frankly, I've had so many conversations with people, and I ask them, so wait, if you're homeless, you deserve to live in the streets? You think because someone doesn't have a job that they should be in the streets? Our survival should be solely based on how much we can produce for the capitalist class who exploits us every single day with the minimum wage? While Jeff Bezos is talking about terraforming Mars, and Elon Musk is talking about sending crap into space, when there's people in the hood right now living in the damn streets. It's not just about equality, it's about equity. It ain't fair that Jeff Bezos over here talking about building on Mars when we got people right here, right now without homes. So we need to cross our T's, dot our I's, whatever the phrase is, and recognize the target. The target is the capitalist class. The target is the property owners. The target is the exploiters, the bosses, and the owners of property around this city and this nation. Because it is the police that is tasked to protect these people.
We are live in Manhattan, New York.
I know you feel this, Hawk. I know you feel it.
Let's go. Let's go.
The revolution is a revolution of consciousness.
Boom. Boom, boom, boom.
It's a revolution of higher consciousness. And now I want to talk to my black brothers and sisters. For the past month, we've been fighting non-stop to hold these cops accountable for the systemic racism that they're perpetuating in our neighborhoods. And we've been giving off our raw energy, our raw emotions of years and years of being brutalized and oppressed. And that comes in tears, that comes in pain, agony, cursing, yelling, screaming in the cops' faces. But now we gotta take it to another level. Now we gotta take it to a higher level. We gotta call their consciousness. They are agents of the state, so they are forced through the capitalist class to only think about money. It is up to us to force them to think higher, to be higher. We need to forge a class consciousness that is rooted in race and class. Black people, white people, all poor people in this nation need to stand together and fight against these injustices. Because injustice to anyone is injustice to everyone. When the people are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When the people are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
All power to the people. All power to the people. All power to the people.
All power to the people.
Let's get it, y'all. Love you. Appreciate you, y'all.
I don't want to take up too much time. I just want to say one thing, because I ain't heard it said enough. Fuck the police!
So, when Carlene called me up yesterday and said, we need to come up with an action to make it be known that we are standing in solidarity as an organizing community, as the people, and as leaders. Not just when we talk about what's happening right now, but how it connects to ICE, how it connects to immigrant issues, how it connects to the trans community, how everything connects. There is so much power in our ability to stand together. And Carlene has been doing this work for years. She's created spaces, she's created opportunities, and she's held people accountable. So let's give it up for Carlene, and then after that, we are going to do a direct action, and we'll have our organizers come up to explain that. Quick announcement as well. If you borrowed any equipment from the Black Trans Liberation March, please bring it up here to organizers so they can collect it and give it back to the organizing groups who donated that. So with that being said, let's give it up for Carlene.
What's up, New York City? What's up, New York City? So one big thing I want to make sure we're doing is we pick this spot because this spot is strategic. I don't know how many people know, but I've accompanied hundreds of New Yorkers that were walking into this building that were unsure what their futures would look like because Immigration Customs Enforcement and Customs and Border Patrol have the ability to take every single civil right and human right from someone that's not a U.S. citizen. Let's repeat this right now. We know we're oppressed as peoples in the United States, but there's no oppression I've seen like a 6-day-old baby being ripped from their mother at the border, and that's what our tax dollars are paying for. So like I heard some of our sisters say, and they acknowledge different privileges, whether it be because they had 2 parents in their home, or whether they may be lighter on the colorism
that is
spectrum.
the ICE building.
Okay. We wanted to make sure that we picked this place because this place unifies our struggle. 1 block there, we had the Abolish and Occupy City Hall demonstrations. We have City Hall behind us. We have federal court buildings and municipal court buildings. These buildings say they promote justice, and our communities haven't seen any. When we talk about showing the fuck up, we have to remind ourselves there's communities that have been silently struggling for decades because they don't have papeles, and in this moment we show up for them too. When we look in our crowd, there may be someone among us that doesn't have the protection of a social security number, and I'm telling you that I'm out here for you, and I will give my life to protect you if you ever see me on the front line. I want to make sure we're all turning around and pointing, and I want us to start with a couple of shames. And if you have your cameras, we need to let our immigrant brothers and sisters know. The folks that are taking care of their abuelitas and can't come out because they're high risk. The young people that are scared because they have DACA. They have no way to provide for their family and they don't see a future in this country. We have to tell them we fight for them too. When I say an agency name, you're going to scream shame. Immigration Customs Enforcement. Shame. New York Police Department. Shame. Custom and Borders Protection. Shame. Donald Trump. Shame. DEA. Shame. NYPD. Shame. ICE. Shame. ICE. Shame. ICE. Shame. CBP. Shame. CBP. Shame. Put your fists in the air, everyone, because unless our freedom is tied to our undocumented trans black brother or sister, we're not gonna get free. So make some noise and turn around. When we say Black Lives Matter, I mean this immigration shit gotta get together, because I got Jamaican brothers and sisters with asylum cases that if they get sent back to Jamaica, they'll die. We are deporting people to their deaths, and we have to make sure we anchor that. When we scream at the federal government, we're screaming at the enforcement agencies that they've created to fulfill the promise of white supremacy in this country. So when we say NYPD, we gotta anchor these motherfuckers right here. For all the young people out here, I want to make sure
sure you know that even people that are in the movement for a long time got mentors, and you're gonna need them because there's gonna be a long, hard fight ahead we got. Make some noise, because we all we got. If you need help, I am here to support you. If you need a mentor, whether or not it's me, I need to connect you. We need to get our resources together. We gotta get our coalition building together, and we gotta start focusing on low egos and high impact. So let's make some noise.
Manhattan, you guys. We are at Foley
We got
Square.
somebody else stepping up that's going to give a couple of words,
Tribeca,
and his
where
team's going
the
to transition us
courthouses
into logistics. But I want to make sure anybody that's volunteering with a bike is going to head right over here to have a quick
And
powwow.
after this next speaker, we
If
are
you're
marching,
volunteering
you
with
guys.
a bike, you're heading right over there for a quick powwow. Everyone in this crowd, are you prepared to fight for Black lives? Are you prepared to follow Black Women's League to fight for Black lives? Are you ready to follow trans leadership when you fight for Black lives? I want to make sure folks are anchoring that earlier today, several organizations stood right here. We called on faith leaders and elected officials to stand with us to demand that the mayor fire the police commissioner. We know that the mayor's a terrible leader, but you know elections happen. He's term limited and he's out next June, so he really don't give a fuck. We need to make sure that if we're marching for the next year to make sure we have great elections in New York City and we take power back because 49 council seats of 51 seats are up and we gotta have a whole new city, we're fighting to get a new police commissioner today. Today! And I want to make sure I'm anchoring that when we're demanding a new police commissioner and we head out from here, you're listening to the organizers. There's a lot of shit going on. And if I just promised to die for someone in this crowd, if I roll up on you, you better fucking listen, please. Make some noise, for real, y'all. We don't know whether there's more vans ready to pick us up. So if people tell you logistical direction, we need you to fall in line and listen. That's to keep everyone here safe. We keep us safe. Who keeps us safe? We keep us safe. Who keeps us safe? We keep us safe. Make some noise for the fucking organizers giving you logistics.
All right, these are logistics for the march, guys. We've marched with
My
them
name
before.
is Miguel Guzman. I am here with advocates and leaders from all 5 boroughs, Long Island and New Jersey. We are not here to start a name, we are here to fight for Black lives. We are here to change the criminal mind to a revolutionary mind, and we are here to lift the consciousness of our people that have been oppressed. But that doesn't mean we have to be the only organizers. That doesn't mean that we have to be the only voices in these streets. That doesn't mean that we have to be the only one empowering and pushing our people. We are not here to play with this government. This, if you have heard me before, you know who I am. I've been incarcerated 7 years. I was homeless and was part of the street organizations. I know what it means to be harassed and have a settlement against police and be thrown on the wall. I know what it means to be 30 cases. I know what it means to be incarcerated 16, 17 and come home and get harassed every single day. I know what it means to be in solitary confinement 2.5 years, because I'm about that. Because at that moment, I was fighting for something. I was fighting with brothers who had this thought. But I'm here. So I'm about that. And we're fighting for something different in a world that was folded on our side. This is our fucking country. Everything we built ourselves. Our ancestors built this. There's no more time for nonsense. There's no more times for egos. There's no more times for belittling each other. There's no more times for talking bullshit. Do the fucking work. Let's get the actions done. What we're saying is simple, and I'm gonna say this again. Just because Mayor de Blasio has a black family does not mean he cares about black people.
That fan, though.
And Shay, he's a Nazi. And the reason why I say that is they believe in dividing and conquering. He don't listen to us. When you can say that it's okay to put hands on someone on the train, oh, we can check if they have more trainings. F you, forget you, and you're racist, and you need to step down. We're not acting nice no more. There's a difference. I know what it means to be harassed. I know what it means to be followed. My team was followed when we went to Staten Island. Before we got on the boat, they had a boat following us. Then they had a car following us. Then they already had a car where we was going. Then they had a car to drive us out. Wow. And then they got on the boat to drive us back into. Can you imagine that? And the reason why I say that is that they was following us. And then the other day, on my block, while I was getting breakfast, if it wasn't for people on my block, a part of the street organizations, Bloods, Crips, Lion Keys, and Three Intalios, and those are working people. Those, every single person that I just said that was a part of the street organization are construction workers, are business owners on my block, are fathers who have college students. Don't let this country tell you that the street organizations are out here doing violence. Governor Shay is waiting for the courts to open. He said he wants to, in a conference with the mayor and Shay, they said, we are waiting for the court system to open back up. And the reason why, they said persisting policing. Persisting policing actually means gang takedowns. Persisting policing means gang takedowns. The stop and frisk never left. It's called stop and frisk 2.0. That means if you on my block and you chill with me a little bit longer, now you blood. Now you label. The reason why I say this is that Shay is lying. Violence has been decreasing in our communities. We know that individuals who is needed to be invested in is the credible messengers, the OGs who know how to talk to people in our neighborhoods about what it means to meet their basic needs. So when we say, Shay, you say step down. Shay? 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 Step down. And tell them we're looking for him. So if you don't step down, we're going to look for you, man. We ran down on you a whole bunch of times. And we're going to keep doing that. These politicians work for us, not the other way around. So when we say power to all people, we say power to the people. 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 I fucking mean that. Power to the people. 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 Put your middle fingers out for shame. One middle finger. This is not normally me, right? That's what they say. That's what they say. I just got tired of waiting. I've been harassed by police. I've been followed. And it comes to a certain point, I know what it means to be followed my whole life by police. Because I've been in the gang database. I've been harassed by police. So Shay, all that lie you telling our city that we need investments, not incarceration. So with you, Shay, fuck you. Say it after me. Fuck you. Fuck you. Resign. Resign. Fuck you. Fuck you. Resign. Resign. Fuck you. Fuck you. Resign. Resign. Fuck you. Fuck you. And make sure that when we pull out that next steps, we make it happen. We will fold Shay. We will make him resign. This is our city, and we are telling you what the fuck to do.
So I
learned something after before I've been really walking and taking pictures.
Mic check. Mic check. How's everyone doing tonight? Let me get an energy check real quick. If you guys are still with us, let me get some energy. Let me hear some noise. First off, I'd like to thank every single organizer that decided to step foot out of their house today. Every single person that decided to come out and take action today. You see, we could have stayed in our beds, right? We could have been with our families right now, right? We could have been sitting on our couch watching TV. We could have been playing that PlayStation. We could have been doing anything else. We could have went to a restaurant. We could have been in an entanglement, okay? But we decided to let this city know that we are not playing anymore. We decided to let this police state know, no more. For those of you who have not met me yet, my name is Biggs. I've been organizing protest actions, marches, rallies, and all of that in the city for at least the last 2 months. Since our brother's life was taken. But I've also come here to brief you guys on some logistics and safety. As you guys know, we have an increased police presence around us right now.
Boyfriend.
You guys just realized I looked up for a reason, okay? They're everywhere. But what I want to tell you guys is that no matter how intimidating these officers may be, we are absolutely, and I mean absolutely, not engaging with them at all. Who keeps us safe? Who keeps us safe? So with that, I mean absolutely no one in this crowd shall be engaging with any member of law enforcement. Let's make sure that we understand that. I also want to reiterate that we are nonviolent. This is a nonviolent action. Not at all will we condone any acts of violence in this contingency today. Does everyone understand that? There's a difference between civil disobedience and violence. I'm going to say that again. There's a difference between civil disobedience and violence. As you guys know, we've had our bikes over there. All right, if anyone in the crowd has a bicycle right now, I'm asking that you guys please go over there at the moment. Okay, I see a couple of people with bikes. I won't proceed forward until all of the bikes have left the crowd. If you're on a bicycle, I ask that you please head to the briefing area right now.
Can we do a quick water check, please?
Hold on 1 second. I know what I'm doing, sister. Excuse me, sister. May you please head over to the bike briefing area. Okay, if we can find that bike owner, please get them over there so they can get to the bike area, please. With that, anyone in the crowd have any type of medical training, first aid, CPR, any medical professionals, any healthcare practitioners, please raise your hand. Take a note of these people, please. In the event that there is an emergency,
Charge my phone.
as simple as someone getting a cut, to someone experiencing cardiac arrest, we do not anticipate any of these, and we do not manifest any of these at all. But if you witness this, please, everyone do this in unison. Put an X over your head. I've done many obstacle course races on safety teams, and we have noticed that this is
Gotta
the
plug
most
my phone in, guys.
effective signal to identify an emergency. If you see an X over someone's head, you repeat that, and you point to the area in which the assistance is needed. So once again, everyone put an X over your head. Point. Thank you, guys. I've also received word that we still have food here, okay? Let's make sure that everyone is still nourished. If you would like to take a meal, I believe the meals are vegan. They are over to my left, over to your right, okay? They're being given out at this moment.
There goes boyfriend.
We have vegan and non-vegan, guys.
Charging the phone, guys. Let's put it like up there. Can we tighten it right here? Wait, this is not bending.
All right, guys. So, as you guys are grabbing some food, I'm just gonna give you guys some logistics as to how we're gonna move through the street, okay? We are gonna move in a formation. We will have 3 columns across. And then we ask that everyone fill in on those 3 columns. We mean strictly 3 columns. Okay, we will walk through these columns to make sure that these columns are tight. Okay, be mindful of the day and age that we are living in. COVID-19 still lurks in this city. Make sure you're keeping your distance from the person in front of you and behind you, please. 6 feet. So, at this time, I'm gonna ask that everyone please head over to where the bikes are at. Bikes, we're sending people over to you. You guys need to be in formation, please.
All right, guys. We don't know where we're going. They usually don't say until until we get there. So.
I'm gonna do a water check. We don't got water.
Looks like
If anyone has water, please do pass it out at this time. We ask that everyone who has water, please pass it out at this time. Once again, we are moving in a formation. 3 columns. 3 columns. All organizers and marshals, please assist in this. We are working on 3 columns.
Getting in the street, making our comments.
Joe.
All right, guys. So we are in Manhattan. We are in Tribeca, but we are getting ready to go off and march. I know last night they went to the commissioner's house, the police commissioner's house.
Where are my columns, you guys? We want organization. We want to flood the streets, so please.
Go where the organizers? I want to get over there.
Guys, we are live in Manhattan in front of all the court buildings, getting ready to take off and go march.
Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter!
If you're not an organizer, please step back. Thank you.
Mic check! Mic check! Mic check! So we're gonna get these lines together in the street. So we're moving now.
All right, guys.
Do not pass me. Please go over there.
see if I can get in front, guys.
Will be right here. Third line will be right there. First line right here. Yeah, the first line. Third line right here. File up there.
I'm gonna try to get
right there. 6 feet apart. COVID-19 is still a thing. You gotta back up.
So guys, I'm gonna come away over here while they organize it and try to get in front like I usually do. So I'm just kind of waiting until they get their lines together to see kind of where I'm gonna go.
3 columns. One in front of me. Make sure that this is clean. And now we have 3 columns. All organizers and line. Everyone, organize toward this plaza and stick out your arms. Make sure you got reservations. All organizers and marshals, make sure that you are able to walk through.
So guys, I'm kind of letting them form their lines, and then that way I can see where I can get in front. Sometimes they let me, sometimes they don't, so we'll see what happens. I'm trying to get you guys the best view, so I'm gonna wait to see how these lines are formed and when they start marching. And guys, we are live in Tribeca. We are in Foley Square, Manhattan, New York. We have our bikes in front and our bikes in back. So they have them all lining up, guys, 6 feet apart in 3 different lines. Thank you, Mercedes, I will. Just to kind of give you guys, I'll walk it down, just kind of give you guys like a idea. Our bikers are down here.
We're starting to march forward. 3 lines.
Thank you guys, I definitely will. So we got our bikers here to protect us, which is always amazing. Yeah guys, Tribeca is the financial district, which is what you're looking at, where all the courthouses and all that stuff is. It's really beautiful over here, actually. Tribeca is a beautiful area. I actually worked right down the street at an awesome bar. All right guys, so this one is a little different. It's 3 different lines. We haven't done that before. They're all apart. Yeah, I definitely will.
If you're in line 3, please put 3 fingers in the air. Sure. Line 3 is the one all the way on your right.
So guys, I got some pretty good organization going here. Last night, they marched, I don't know about this group, but they marched to the commissioner's house. I don't know where we're marching. We'll probably end up right back over there. But if you want to rewind to the very front of this video, Caitlin, I went over there to show everybody. So if we end up going by or coming back, I'll go by there. We usually end up over right there, so I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to. To kind of show you guys how many people are here, guys. Got all of our bikes.
I am very, very energetic. So when I want to hear y'all voices, make sure I'm hearing y'all voices.
Okay. We are on 62 days of daily protests in New York City.
Woo! This is also why, World Trade Center, guys.
Make sure you guys are ensuring what line you guys are in.
I'm gonna take you through the line. And then get back up front. Looks like we're about to take off.
Like Hope just said, everybody, folks are going to get excited once we start moving and chanting. Please hold each other accountable to staying in line and formation. This is not going to be a very long march. It's going to be a very powerful.
So they said this is not going to be a very long march. It's going to be a very powerful one. So we will see where we're going, guys. And then a bunch of so there's a ton of people here, you guys. Awesome. A ton of people, guys. Kind of show you guys, see if I can go back here without getting too behind. Yeah, there are a lot of people here, guys. It's awesome. There's hubby. What's up, Julian? We are actually right outside Foley Square. We just had a bunch of motivational speakers speak, and now we are going on a march. They said this is going to be a short march, but a powerful one. So they are lining up in 3 different lines, 6 feet apart, to take over the entire street. So we're just letting everybody get organized. I don't want to get in it because then I'll literally get lost in it. So I'm hoping I can just film in the front like I always do. Some organizers don't mind, some do, so we'll see. But guys, there's quite a bit of us. No worries, Daniel, you're right in time for our march. Look at, we have everybody lined up. There's 3 different lines, you guys. Backs are in the front and the back. And we are on our way. It's nice. It is hot, but this is why I like to go out a little later because the sun is like gone. So it was 90 degrees earlier, felt like 95 with humidity. It was awful. So that way you guys kind of see what the bikes do. Protect us. And you guys, the bikes put themselves front lines. They did fix it, Chrissy, and then somebody else messed it up. I'm sure it has been fixed since then.
Make sure you are keeping formation. Full street. Full street. Full street. Full street. Full street.
Yeah, guys, pretty awesome crowd.
No peace! No justice! 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 No peace! No justice!
So guys, if you're just now joining us, we are live in Manhattan and we are marching down the streets of Manhattan. There's a ton of people, maybe a couple. I'm so bad at numbers, but I can actually show you, and then I'll get caught back up to the front. Okay? I'm gonna stand up on the step, so you guys can get an idea. Okay? And then once I start seeing some bikes, then I'll go back up to the front. So guys, if you're just now joining us, we are live in Manhattan. The way they have them lined up is in 3 different areas, 3 different lines. So the lines of people you're seeing, there's 3 different ones. So there's quite a bit of people. They said that this was going to be a short but powerful march. You guys actually got a pretty good view. Oh yeah, there's a ton of cops around that area. I'm sure they'll be following our group. That way you guys can kind of get an idea of how many people are here. Love you, Christy. Yeah, guys, so there's quite a bit of us. I don't know, I'm really bad at numbers, but maybe like a couple hundred, you know? For sure. Has to be at least a couple hundred. And I'm just kind of like standing on these steps right now, so you guys can kind of see everything. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty big march, guys. This is awesome. Okay, now the bikes are coming up, so that's usually the end. So I'm gonna get down and go back up to the front. Yes, this is a non-violent protest, guys, about police violence. Yes, our bikes that are always putting their lives first. Look how amazing they are. I mean, they really do risk it, you guys. It's crazy. So you can kind of see the unison in the lines. Kind of walking in the middle until someone says get out. So guys, there's 3 lines. Alright, I'm gonna get out. Yeah, what they did was to make sure that they were 6 feet apart. guys are just now joining us, we are live in Manhattan and we are marching. We just left Foley Square where we had some awesome, amazing motivational speakers, you guys. And that's usually what happens with the marches. We get amazing motivational speakers and then we head out to a march. Needed mental break for myself, but the energy I feel, it's so good to be back out, you guys, and I knew just once I got back out again it would just come right back.
We love you, we miss you, we will get justice for you, we love you.
So this is the detention center, you guys.
We love you, we miss you, we will get justice for you, we love you.
So they're saying, we love you, we miss you, we will get justice for you.
We will get justice for you. We love you, we miss you, we will get justice for you.
To the detention center where everybody gets locked up. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you wouldn't mind sharing it and helping me keep this word alive, please. So we're in front of the detention center, you guys. And they're saying, we love you, we miss you, we will get justice for you.
We love you, we miss you, we will get justice for you. We love you, we miss you, we will get justice for you. We love you, we miss you, we will get justice for you. We love you, we miss you, we will get justice for you. We love you, we miss you, we will get justice for you. I can hear you. We love you, we miss you, we will get justice for you. Let them hear you. We miss you. I don't care what you do. We love you, we miss you, we will get justice for you. We love you, we miss you.
So guys, this is the detention center. And they are saying, we love you, we miss you, we will get justice for you. There's a couple. Woo! Right here too. There's another one. Yes! Woo! That's awesome, guys. So they see everybody out here for them.
We miss you. We will get justice for you. We love you.
That's so so cool, you guys. Look at you guys. Woo! Oh, it makes me sad banging on the windows. Oh, you guys, we've actually done this a few times, and I don't think we've ever seen anybody at the windows. That's so crazy to me right now that we just happened to capture that. This might be our location, I'm not really sure. But I am so happy, you guys, that they saw us tonight. I saw 2 people come out. That is amazing. Like I said, we've done this a couple times, and I haven't seen anybody come to the window. That was way cool. All right, we're moving again. I am so glad I got to catch that on video. Now they're saying, resign now, Commissioner Shea. That was so cool that they were in the window. We are marching down the streets of Manhattan, you guys. We just passed a detention center where we chanted, "We love you, we miss you, we will do something for you." And a couple of them heard us, and we're banging on the windows, so it's so cool. So now we are continuing on our march. And again, guys, I never know where we're going. It's just kind of a whim, you know? So they're in 3 different lines, 6 feet apart. We got our bikes always out here, front in lines. They are awesome. Alright guys, we are still marching. Now we're still right over in the same area, but it turns into like Soho. So we're like really close to Soho. It's all right here in the same places. But that was the financial district. Now we're entering into Soho, which is all still Manhattan. Guys, live in Manhattan, New York. We just left Foley Square, and we are marching down the streets of Manhattan. There's Hubby. Oh, I'm sorry. We are in Chinatown, which is it's right next to Soho as well. I don't move to Nashville until September. But we were down there to get our apartment, which we did. So I am still in New York until September 1st. What's up, Hamish? It's been a minute, but I am back out today. So guys, we are actually in Chinatown, which is still Manhattan. Yeah, guys, and what's really cool is Louisville is about a 3-hour drive from Nashville, and so we're definitely gonna go, which I'm excited to do. So this is Chinatown, guys. It's actually not that impressive. I've been to San Francisco's Chinatown, and it by far kills this one. I mean, really, Chinatown is like 3 streets here, just so you know. We are moving because COVID happened. It just kind of messed everything up here. And we're just kind of ready for a change. We've been in New York for 2 years. We were gonna stay another year, and we just decided let's keep it moving. And of course, you guys, Nashville's like a new hot spot right now, which is insane. I'm like, that would be the Pori fucking luck. Go to another hot spot. So when we do get out there, if protesting is still going down in Louisville, we are gonna go down and join it. So this is Little Italy, guys, which is right next door to Chinatown. And this is literally what it consists of.
Show me what democracy looks like.
Still marching, you guys, in the streets of Manhattan. And we've got a really good group.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
This is how close like Chinatown and all of that is. It's literally right here. So guys, if you are just now joining us, we are live in Manhattan, marching down these streets.
The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united.
And you guys, if you wouldn't mind, if you already have share, please, let's keep this word alive out here. Part of Chinatown, guys. I always kind of like to show you guys the scenery too, just in case you've never been.
And what's change happened? Will never be defeated. The people united 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 will never be defeated. The people
I was actually really surprised so many people weren't wearing masks, but we have ours, so that's all that matters. So guys, we have 3 lines of people. Exactly, Chrissy Beth. So many people have died, and me living in New York during when we were the epicenter, I know how real it is. So when we were in Nashville and saw no mask, actually our Uber drivers was like, we don't believe that here in them sticks. I don't still know what sticks is, but I would say woods, I guess. But so it's scary. And if you guys look right now, Tennessee is a hot spot right now, and I think it's because people didn't take it seriously. So hopefully people will. So guys, we are live. We are in Manhattan next to Chinatown in Little Italy. So yes. Not hyped up. Not if you're actually living somewhere where it was a real pandemic. New York City, I lived up the street from a major Brooklyn hospital. Oh crap. As soon as I'm like, oh crap, police.
We're getting more organized, y'all. I know y'all feel it.
So there's a police in, there's a precinct right over here. Anyways, I live up the street from a Brooklyn major hospital, and there were semi-trucks that they were dumping bodies in. And when I tell you, my husband and I would be on a walk, and it would be crazy. We would hear them throwing the bodies in. It was insane. I'm not kidding. I couldn't even make that up. Commissioner Shea resigned now. So Commissioner Shea, who's the head of the NYPD, and they're saying to resign.
Resign now!
So they have this blocked off because it's a precinct down here. We've got our protectors, that means we're at the back. Oh, you guys have the trucks in Texas? That's very sad. It's crazy, you guys. Like, I've never seen anything like it in my life, let alone, I'm not kidding, when you're walking down the street and you know what they are and you hear them being open and shut. It's fucking crazy, actually. So it is a very real thing. And if you guys think about it, like they didn't close traveling down, you know, so we always had people come and visit New York, so of course we were hit the hardest. And I personally got that in like November, I know it. So guys, we are marching down. This is the Manhattan Bridge, you guys. But yeah, so COVID was very real. So I know Florida is hurting really bad right now. And for the people that don't believe it, it's just heartbreaking because it's a real thing. You're welcome, Mandy. All right, so now they're putting their lights up. Ooh, I love lights, guys. Those trucks are just no joke. It's crazy. So they're telling everybody to have their phones out. So we are marching down Manhattan streets. We are in Chinatown also. Yeah, guys, we are stopped right now. We are live in Manhattan, you guys, Manhattan, New York. And they have the phones up with their lights on. And it says, they're saying Commissioner Shea resign now. So I'm going to go to the front and then walk to the back so you guys can see how many are with us. This is the front.
Resign now! Resign now!
I want to jump in, but I have to be in it, so I'm going to jump in really quick so you guys can see it. Hall, which I could take you guys over to. Alright, I'm standing on a light pole while they pass so you guys can see them. It's incredible though, look at all that. Just in case you guys are wondering, we are live in Manhattan. They are saying Commissioner Shea resign now, which is the police commissioner. So just to get an idea of how many people there are, I was standing up on that sign. Just keeps on going, guys. Isn't that awesome? Now it's ending.
Commissioner Shea! 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 Commissioner Shea!
10 of us marching down the streets of Manhattan, New York, you guys. This is a march against police brutality. Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter. What's up, Matt? We are marching in. There we go. We are marching in the streets of Manhattan. We were at Foley Square earlier where we had some really awesome motivational speakers. So we are marching down the streets of Manhattan, guys, against police brutality. Our furry friends. I see a bunch of cops. I don't know why. No idea what's going on.
Tell me what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like.
I'm gonna go over here. Look at this, you guys. I just wanted to show you guys this as well. show you all sides. I have no idea why, where they're going, but that's how I wanted to come over and show you guys that. I mean, look at that, you guys. I just had to come over here and show you guys. I'm like, what the hell? So, yeah. Oops, sorry, dude. I have no idea, you guys. I guess we're gonna find out, huh? We've made it very clear that we're peaceful protesters. What was that about? You think they're trying to scare people? That's what I'm wondering, yeah. They're wondering that too. Do you think all those cops were just trying to intimidate us? Of course. That's what it was? He thinks they're trying to intimidate us too. That was a shit ton. I'm like, what is all that?
Probably also preparing to agitate us somehow, some way, so keep the cameras out.
I'm on it. Also, you're very awesome. We were listening to you earlier.
I appreciate
Thank you.
You can follow me at Donnelly.Rodriguez, DANNELLY.Rodriguez, RODRIGUEZ.
You're amazing. Thank you so much. So guys, he was one of the very awesome motivational speakers. And he says that he for sure thinks it's a scare tactic for us. To try to intimidate us. I mean, it just to me like was so unnecessary for 50 cops to roll by. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it is. I don't know what's going on, but we are stopped right now, guys. And yes, everybody is thinking that the cops were driving by us to show us some type of force, but we're not doing anything wrong, so, you know, just kind of watching out though. I'm watching for those undercover vans. Ain't nobody snatching me today. So yeah, now the bikes are blocking this entire area. I'm gonna kind of get out of the line so I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, it was just like super weird that there's like 50 of them driving around, and now I see them coming back over there. So yes, you're correct. They all went to, 50 officers went to go to respond to one call. I mean, if that's the case, that's, oh, show you guys this. Look what I just found. Look what I just found, guys. More of them. More of them. No, that never came through, that press pass. So guys, they are not only over there, but they are also on these bikes, you guys. And then I'm gonna get back over in the group because we all know it's not safe to be by yourself. But I just wanted to show you. So yeah, that's definitely an intimidation tactic. They're not making a fucking phone call. 50 of them unmarked came. and now they're on their bikes. This cop just trying to get by, and they told him no way. Did you see him over there? All police. I just let him know that's all police over there. They didn't know that was police, so I just let him know. I think I remember him. I think he was from the Bronx. Okay, so here's all the bikes. And here are those police officers. So guys, we are live in Manhattan. You're from the Bronx, right?
I'm with the no name group.
Yeah, well, you were the one that got like beat up in the Bronx by the cops, right?
Nope.
Good.
A single police officer has not touched me, engaged with me, or nothing. Trust me.
Good.
Yeah. Thank you for your concern there.
Up, here they go, guys. Up. Coming more, coming more. Police on a bike. No, that's our people. Okay, eyes on them. All right, you guys know my ballsy ass. I'm gonna get a little closer. Not close enough to be snatched up, but you know. So I just want to kind of show you guys what's going on. Here is the scene of people. There's the cops. Here is our protest group. That closest precinct, I'm not sure, we had just passed. Okay, I'm on the sidewalk. Thank you, you're right. I want to show you guys though, kind of. I will definitely be careful. You guys know I'm so crazy ballsy. You guys, this is why my husband was probably excited that we took a break. I'm watching out. I'm just kind of showing you from behind. I need to be careful so I'm not getting the next to get arrested. They keep looking. I'm a fast runner though. Psych, I'm not that fast. I do, you guys. It's like in my blood. Okay, and now I'm gonna walk right by in front of them. I'm watching them. All right. So they are on their bikes, ready. No, a lot of them don't have. None of them have body cameras?
Nope.
None of them have body cameras?
Nope.
He just went by, guys, and none of them have body cams.
They don't got body cameras on.
Wow.
They knew this was gonna go happen. They knew this was gonna happen today, and that's that.
Let us remember Breonna. Let us remember Eric Garner.
Okay, I'm gonna get over here.
Let us remember Trayvon Martin. Let us remember all of the lives we have lost. Let us remember the stories, the families who are mourning, the families who cannot simply turn on
I definitely
social
will,
media
Christy.
and pretend as though this all doesn't exist. Let us remember that for every life, there is a community that is mourning. Let us remember our Black trans sisters. Let us remember Black girls, Black boys. Let us remember the names of those generations ago on this hill. We are in our
Okay, that's where all the cops were going, guys.
civil rights movement. And it is our responsibility to stand not only on the shoulders of those who have come before us, but also on the right side of history.
Dominique Alexander, Tatiana Jefferson, Sandra Bland, Tamir Rice, Tony McDade, Emmett Till,
We are live in Manhattan. We
Miguel
are surrounded
Reyes,
by police.
Philando Castile, Ayanna Jones, Brianna Stone, Mohammed Ba, Amadou Diallo, Elijah McClain,
Elijah McClain!
Dion Flood,
Dion Flood!
Dominique Fells,
Elijah McCain was from my hometown in Aurora, Colorado.
and let's do a moment of silence for all the names that we don't know but have lost their lives to police violence. That moment starts now. All right, if everyone could stand up. We ask if everyone take out your phones. We're gonna do one last final call for Commissioner Shea to resign. So everyone take out your phones with the lights out. We're gonna do a video so that everyone can spread the word.
We are in Manhattan, New York, you
Make
guys.
sure that the flash
And I
is
want to
a
show you
video
guys
that you are turning
the
on.
police presence.
A video with the flash you are turning on. So when we are done, we will post it on social media. You can pause on your phone, and we will send you to highlight the news and on the outfit with the signal. Commissioner Shea. Commissioner Shea. Commissioner Shea. Resign now. 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 Resign now. Resign now. Resign now. Resign now.
see him.
One mic.
So on that note, we are closing out this evening's vigil and action and march and anything else that you want to come. But what it really is the people making it clear that whose street? Our street! Whose street? Our street! So the next time one of us is kidnapped, there will be thousands more. Because whose street? Our street! Whose street? Our street! Whose street? Our street! We will not tolerate intimidation when we are exercising a right that is ours, a First Amendment right that is ours. Equal protection under the law. Shouldn't matter whether you have a badge.
No, Daniel, I'm going to be out tomorrow at the Barclays Center.
That being said, everyone, let's acknowledge the organizers who made sure today was organized.
The New York City marchers are going to be at the Barclays Center, so we will be with Randy tomorrow at the Barclays Center.
Give it up for, and I'm going to list everyone. New York City Action Lab, Freedom March NYC, Strategy for Black Lives, Black Lives Matter, Great New York, Black Women's March, and all of our communities that came together, even our unknown named groups, even our Subway DJ, our Communist Party, we see you, you marched into us, we're with you, thank you. Abolition Park, Liberation March, and everyone, including the food, the supplies, everything that went into making sure that today happened. Our elected officials who came and stood with us earlier. It was a few, y'all. And let's make sure we say their names, Paulina Reville and Catalina Cruz. When we put out a call with two brown women that came, make some noise. Our faith leaders who came out and stood with us. And let us also remember that tomorrow, at 6 p.m., Christopher Street, Pier 45, there will be a rally against anti-trans violence, and we need to make sure the community pulls up. So with that, we are going to close, and Carlene is going to make sure that we disperse.
Real quick, Hulk brought up a really important factor here, and he consistently anchors me in that. Let's all, whoever you believe in, your higher power, let's bow our heads and let's say thank you to God. And standing in solidarity with Portland and every other city that's going through an occupation right now, we're going to pray for our brothers and sisters that they come out of it on the other end. And I want to make sure if you feel uncomfortable about leaving this area by yourself, I'll stand here for about 15 minutes with my brothers and sisters, and if you need support because you feel unsafe, this is one community, nobody gets left behind.
We've got us! We've got us!
We got us!
We got us!
What we want to do is we want to make sure so we don't leave nobody behind. We gonna march our asses out of here because we see the police escalating and we know what time it is when we leave a couple folks behind. We want to make sure we clear this area because when we press on and we're demanding the commissioner resign, we need to make sure they see how organized and strategized we are because we're not leaving until he resigns. On that note, let's all please. We're going to turn back around and go north, the opposite direction. We got bikes over there on the other end. Our bikers and our folks are right there trying to make sure that we're going to be going in the right direction. Nobody left behind, everybody. If you feel unsafe and you need to make sure you're getting home, come holler at me. We love you. We want you to keep showing up. And please connect with the organizers, y'all. We thank you. Make some fucking noise.
We're headed in that direction, y'all. Follow the crowd. We're all going to work together. We're going to go to the trains together. Remember what I said. Staying organized and creating that structure and educating one another is how we're going to make and move as a unit and make change.
Our unions are coming after your unions! Hello! Our unions are coming after your unions!
And just for a quote for all of you on your way on out, Malcolm X. Once you change your philosophy, you change your thought pattern. Once you change your thought pattern, you change your attitude. Once you change your attitude, it changes your behavior pattern. And then you go on into some action. Put that within each and every single one of you. You're going to move together as a unit, not in that direction. I love y'all, family. Stay together, stay together. Stay vigilant. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all.
That's crazy. What's going on?
AFL-CIO is going to discredit you. Our unions are coming after your unions. Patrick Lynch can't save you. Patrick Lynch can't save you. Our unions are bigger than your unions. IRC is bigger than your unions. The IBEW is bigger than your unions. We're coming after your unions. Fuck your unions. Fuck the FOP. Fuck the BBA. Fuck the BBA.
Yo, guys, we're gonna move together. We're gonna move together. We're moving together. We are moving. Go to the train. We are moving. This way. Let's go. Let's go. Let's not give them the energy anymore. We're gonna move together. Let's show them how big of a threat we are by moving as one. Let's show them how big of a threat we are by moving as one. Yeah. Everybody, the bikes to the front. Bikes to the front. Bikes to the front. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Bikes to the front. Y'all doing great, everybody. Y'all doing great. Let's move together.
Very organized.
We move as a unit. Come on. Keep moving. Keep moving. We're doing great.
Sure. Thank you so much. Get ready.
See you next time. Get them safe.
Hey, guys, let it rock. We're done with them for today. Let's go. We got bigger things to worry about.
So guys, this is Manhattan, New York. We were at Foley Square for motivational speakers, and then we marched through the streets of Manhattan. Cops surrounded this area. There were cops on scooters over on this area. We ended the march, but we are all leaving together so nobody gets caught up.
We must make sure New York hears us. So, when I speak, you repeat. When I speak, you repeat. Black lives matter. 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 Black lives
the march, but everybody's marching away to go home, whatever way that may be. That's so that nobody gets snatched up. You guys saw that they're on scooters, on bikes. So we're marching back together to make sure everybody's good until they get to a train station. So we're going to be marching until we hit our train station. Look at the trees. They have ended the official march, but we are all marching back the same direction so that nobody gets snatched up by the police. There's a heavy police presence. We saw like 50 cars roll, and I knew it was probably for us, and it was. So we were surrounded by police, and they said what they had to say, and we ended peacefully. But we are walking away together so that nobody gets snatched up, nobody feels unsafe. We'll never be defeated. The people. United. We'll never be defeated. We started today at Foley Square at 6 o'clock, where we had some amazing speakers, and then we marched down the streets of Manhattan, went to the detention center, and we just recently ended. We are all just walking back to wherever we have to go together. And we are walking back together because there was a really strong police presence. Police tonight were out on their mopeds, scooters. They were out on bikes, and there was a shit ton at where we ended. So. And they peacefully ended it at the strong police presence.
Show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like.
Perfect, Daniel. I don't think I'm going to need to today. They just ended this march. But thank you, Daniel. You're awesome.
We have to hold a little bit, but that's all right. Because as a protest, we're going to take our time, and we're going to take our space, because they don't want us here, and we don't give a damn. Woo! That's it. Let me get a yeah! Hey, hey, ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go! Hey, hey, ho, ho! Commissioner Shea has got to go! Hey, ho, ho! Commissioner Shea has got to go! Hey, hey, ho, ho! Commissioner Shea has got to go! Hey, hey, ho, ho! Commissioner Shea has got to go! Hey, hey, ho, ho! Commissioner Shea has got to go!
What's up, April? We are actually just now ending almost. Alright, people are dispersing. Some are going this way, some are going this way. April, you missed it. There were police on scooters. I went right up to them. And there was a shit ton of police when we ended. They were definitely driving by earlier trying to intimidate everybody, which then they ended up being at the area we protested to. So we said what we said, had our moment of silence, shouted out names, and peacefully ended. So now everybody is marching back in the same direction together, so that nobody gets snatched up. Yeah, they were on scooters, April. And I went right up to them and I was like, oh, probably not the best idea, but you know I can't help it. I was like, are those bikes, are cops on scooters? Mopeds, I don't know. Yeah, you have to definitely see it. It was maybe like 30 minutes ago. But it's like when we keep marching and when we stopped, you'll see.
I asked you guys since the beginning of the march to keep the energy. So please, keep the energy.
I was sitting on the back of him. I decided to go behind him too.
Do y'all not want him to resign? Do you guys not want the message to be heard? Okay, so please, be loud as hell.
Marching right back to where we were. Do you know what police precinct we passed by?
Into the park!
Are we getting out? Let me see what park this is. Let's see what park this is. What park is it?
From point A to point B safely without no damn police.
Christie Park, guys.
So act like it. Make sure they act like it. Tonight's demonstration has ended. Please make sure everyone gets home safe. If you need a buddy to get home, coordinate that. If you need a train buddy to get on the train, coordinate that. There's water in the front. Get your water and make sure you check in to get home.
Who else needs
This is
one?
not going to be an overnight reconstruction. Make sure that you follow at Freedom March NYC, at Strategy for Black Lives, and all of the organizations that have pulled up to this.
I still have some of mine.
Okay. All right, guys. So they ended it. We ended it in this park. I hope you guys enjoyed it tonight. Definitely crazy police presence. I actually don't think we've seen police presence like that, you guys, since the beginning when we were out, right? Because it seemed like the police kind of like didn't give a shit for a while. And now I haven't seen that many police until like since the beginning. So I hope you guys enjoyed that tonight. Amazing speakers, amazing march, and everything ended peacefully. So we like that. We're gonna be out tomorrow with Randy and the New York City Marchers at Barclays Center. So I'm not sure what time it is, but you guys know I'll always let you know about an hour ahead of time, okay? So, honey, wanna say bye?
See everybody.
All right, guys, I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this tonight. It was good to get back out here. I love you guys so much. You guys are my motivation. Please, everybody, stay safe. We are gonna head home ourselves, and we will see you guys tomorrow, okay? Bye.